Hey everybody, welcome to the show today. So last week when I said I was going to walk away from the 806 for a while, did you actually think I was going to walk away from it for any length of time? If you said yes, you thought I was going to walk away from it from a length of time, you were wrong. And friends, I can't just walk away from this thing. There's too much to do on it. And it's going to take me a long time. So guys, anytime you have a project that you acquire that's been sitting for 30 odd years, whatever, and finally start putting things back together, you're going to have some bugs to work out. That's all there is to it. And I've got my fair share here. I'm going to say these in no particular order. Bug number A. There's no electronics or electricity or anything that work. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Nothing works. I've been starting it with the push button, and I need to put a stop to that. She's got a spot here for there's all kinds of stuff going on. I'm probably going to take all that stuff right out and just put a key switch in it. Is it exactly what it came with from the factory? No, of course not, but it's my tractor. I don't care. I want to turn a key and fire it up and have everything just work. So that's what I'm going to do. I got this, oh, there we go. Let's get him out of here. The tack cable, but I don't think it works because I don't know. I'll get back to that. That's kind of the least of my worries right now, but having a key switch to get in and just get on and just fire it up, that's kind of a more concerning thing. So I'm going to concern myself with that. The next thing, which I probably won't get to today, guys, this bypass tube, cooler tube, whatever, what have you, she's leaking oil, so I'm going to have to fix that. I can't put paint on this tractor and have it leaking oil all over the self. I do have to change the oil in this thing, which maybe I'll do that in this video too. We'll see how things kind of progress here, guys, because the biggest thing that I need to address right now is this banjo bolt leaking hydraulic oil all over the place. And I got a couple of lines here, and I got a couple lines that go, I don't know, guys, but I can tell you what I do know right now. This banjo fitting appears to be leaking because when you fire this tractor up, she just kind of erupts fluid from that region. So what I was going to do today is get all that gunk cleaned out of there, pull that fitting. Hopefully it's got a cracked washer and I can just fix it. And it's not what looks to be some JB Weld kind of boogered up on the back of this, because that's, either way, guys, you got to get fixed. But it appears the fluid seems to be bubbling up from right here. So that's kind of where I'm going to direct my attention for now. Trying to get this somewhat clean. She's been a mess for a long dang time. Power wash wouldn't hurt this thing one bit, but guys, I'll get to it when I get to it. Not ideal. I'm going to grab a little pick just to see if I can pick some of that stuff out from the bottom. Just grab a wrench and hit it. There, I mean, I can dig some of that out of here with this pick I just made. Hey, there we go. That was just what I needed to get up underneath that line. All right, friends, let's get this banjo bolt pulled here and see what kind of prizes wait for me on the other side here. So let's see what, do I got enough? No, of course not. Not enough room for the long socket. Short socket's probably too short. Nope, by golly. Okay, not real tight. So, like I said, guys, fingers crossed. Hate to say fingers crossed that the problem's a problem, but at the same time, fingers crossed that it's got a busted copper washer on one side or the other, and this will be an easy fix. Okay, so I got a copper washer and an O-ring here, so that's interesting. Okay. That O-ring doesn't look too healthy. She's kind of got a little gash right there. Let's see if I can set this down somewhere where it won't land in the dirt. Boy, aren't you going to be a little dickens to get out of there. I don't want to break or bend anything else. Okay, what do we got here? That is what looks like it could have been an O-ring. Just flat as a pancake. Could it be that easy, guys? I don't know, but I'm sure gonna try. Is there anything else under there? Okay, so what do we got here? Come on off of there now. You got time for all your games, O-ring. Sounds like a dating profile. I don't have time for games. Looking for real love. Oh dear, sorry about that. So, terrific. That is a beautiful fit O-ring. Got nothing to lose, guys. Let's give it a shot. One of these surgical procedures where it's just how it's going to work out. See how that O-ring fits in this. No. Well, here goes nothing, guys. The O-ring's going down here. Okay. Okay. It wasn't super tight when I took it off, so don't want to strip anything out, guys. I don't know, but that's what we're going to do. Hey, friends, my next step is just to fire this turret up and see where it leaks. Now, of course, 35 degrees, so it's not going to want to go. So I got a little huff of laughing gas here for it. I'm going to stay out of the way, and not that this is going to take off, but you just never know. So. Boy, she ain't real happy, but she's running. So far, so good. Ah, dang it. Still leaking. All right, well, rats, that didn't fix anything. It's probably not worse, but it didn't fix anything. And now I see a whole new problem. Okay, never mind. So the dang hose, the line's got a hole in it. So that's my problem. That makes things a little bit more challenging, but not impossible. So friends, I think my next step here, so this is my affected line. Do I have to replace the whole line? Not necessarily. There's easy ways to fix lines sometimes. What do we got up here? So it goes into the steering. One of these two. I don't know which one until I'll figure it out. Nevertheless, first thing I got to do, guys, there is, let's call it an inspection plate, whatever. A couple bolts. I'm going to zap that off of there so I can see what's going on inside of this thing. Can I even get on this one with this super cool? Yes, I can. Well, someone's already brazed this line right here, so that's pretty cool. For instance, there's not going to be a great way to do this unless I try to replace the entire line to here, which would be the only correct way to do that. What What a son of a gun that would be too. Starter have to come off. I mean, that ain't something that's gonna happen right away quick, if I can even get the line. The best thing, and again, when I say best, just take it for what it is. If I can cut this line down here where I've got plenty of room to get on it, put a double flare on it, that way I can unionize them without having to worry about anything coming off. I got a flaring tool, so not the end of the world for that. Pull this part out. See if I can either braze or whatever that hole in it and make it work again. I don't know, guys. I mean, kind of spitballing here, but I mean, there are worse ways to fix things. I know there are people out there that think that JB Weld would fix this in a heartbeat, and maybe for a minute, but I mean, guys, I don't know. I've tried JB Weld over the years, and I just kind of let it go because that stuff just ain't all it's cracked up to be. So, I don't know. Not a huge believer in JB Weld under hydraulic pressure. Cutting the line isn't going to cost me anything right now, guys, because, well, it's junk anyway. So, if I cut it and it doesn't work, well, not out anything except for a little time. Got one of these fancy mini line cutters, which, by golly, they don't work half bad. Let's see how half bad they work here. Okay, that worked out halfway decent. Okay, let's set this down. Now, can I fish this guy out of here? Oh yeah, easy peasy. Well, maybe. Okay, there's that. She's filthy and disgusting, but it's out. And there we have it, guys. That's just downright a hole in this thing. I don't know what's going on here, but I sure don't like... Yeah, I figured. Probably more holes. I'm not wrong. Well, let's go and assess this mess. Now, friends, as I'm sitting here trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to make this work, I'm scrolling through my phone and I kind of come across this picture. Now, guys, I got nothing to lose by giving this a shot. I've got hunks of line. I got taps and dies. Again, got my double flaring tool. I got a whole bin full of various fittings. Now, I know that you guys are already in the comments going, oh my God, fix it right. Just bear with me, guys. Just because I'm going to try this right now doesn't mean that I'm not going to fix it right down the road. What this means is that if this works, I can try this out today and I don't have to wait all this time. Or I might just leave it this way forever. I don't know. Jury's out. First thing I'm going to do, guys, is pinch this in here. I got to cut this off and tap that out to an 1/8" pipe. No problem. So let's, like I said, guys, I got nothing to lose except for 40 minutes of my time that I'll never get back, but whatever. Let's see. I don't need that just yet. How big do I got to drill that out to get it to be an 1/8" pipe? 21/64. Huh. That's quite specific. There we go. Okay, now get all the shavings out of it because I don't need them shavings in my, hydraulic system. This is so crazy, it just might work. All right, well, guys, I think, now again, ideally, I would have loved to put steel on here, but I don't have any steel that's here that I can use for this. But what my thought is, since this all rides kind of tight, if I were to put an adapter on here, I feel like it would hit. So if I put it at this slight angle, bend a hunk of this down just a little, because I can move the pipe. I maybe necessarily can't move this, but I can make this work. So I don't know, friends, let's go stick it back on the tractor with a couple more O-rings. Just try my luck. Let's see what happens. Worst that can happen is it won't work, and I got to buy another line. Okay, well, like I said, friends, it's a little easier to get the face of that thing clean now. Okay. George, that's gonna, well, jury's still out, guys. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but at least it's gonna do what it needs to do for right there. Oh, shoot, guys, if I'd have known this had this on it, that might have changed some things in my day here today. But nevertheless, I did not know that. Oh, fine, fun. What am I going to do? Let's think about this one for a minute. Come on off of there. Why don't you show me a good time here? JIC. Just as I suspected. Actually, I didn't suspect that at all. But doesn't mean I can't make something work. But it kind of does. Oh, fiddlesticks. Well, guys, while I was out digging in the stuff I saved, I come up with this beautiful line that I kind of forgot I had. So this is going to be good. This will get me here, which will get me down here somewhere. I can double flare, put another one of, actually, no. I can double flare, put my tube fitting on this, just tie the two tube fittings in together, and voila. This, well, it might work. I hope it works. This will probably give me all the extra distance I need to make that work the way I wanted it to. Okay, I'll save that piece because Lord knows I might need it later. The way this project's been going today, maybe not. Maybe this will all just work out like it's supposed to. See how well my double flare tool works, because guys, I don't know if you use these often, but it's always something. Okay, show me the money. Flare down like you're supposed to flare down. Well, that might work. I guess we're going to find out. Okay. I mean, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Now I'm just going to take that thing and rum it back down in there. And that'll give me my double flare. We'll see if it works. Whoa. By golly. The adapter screws on, so I mean, that's a good step in the right direction. I guess, guys. I'm going to put this one on extra snug, just so I have a good feeling about it from here. Because again, this doesn't really matter because I got to screw the other line into it anyway, so it'll be fine. All right, guys, well, let's go put this on the tractor and see if this whole shooting match works. Well, friends, that is less than ideal, but I guess, if nothing else, it'll get it to see if I can actually steer this thing and drive it around a little bit, because, well, like I said, I have yet to do that. Kind of what I want to do with this tractor. Well, let me pick up all this crap and fire it back up again and see what happens. Well, it's been a few minutes. Better give her another little puff. Figures. Come on. Where's my button? Here we go. Boy, friends, that thing sure does sound cool if nothing else. And now, I don't see any leaks. So that's good. Guys, let me pull that thing out of here. Let's let it run in the yard here for a minute. Friends, I kind of feel like that might, I mean, yes, it's temporary. That's not ideal, but I mean, for now, that might get me by till I can at least buy or make something that's, you know, not that. Guys, what do you say we run this thing around the field a few times? Well, guys, most signs to point to this being all right. Gosh, guys, boy, that thing sure does run sweet. Let me shut her down. Okay. By golly, that's the longest I've ever run this tractor. No complaints. Probably could use a little bit more comfortable seat, but I mean, I'll get to that when I get to it. So guys, my next goal on this thing is now that it's warmed up, get this oil drained out of here and probably just call it a night for that point, because I want it to drain really, really, really good, because the oil has not been out of this tractor in 30 years. Of course I lost it. Wouldn't expect anything less after today, guys. And friends, that's where I'm going to leave, at least today. I got to get another filter for that because my local auto parts only had one. Because why have two? Maybe most things don't call for two. I don't know the answers to these questions, guys, but I need a couple of filters, and like I said, I'm just going to let that thing drizzle for the rest of the night, and that giving me my best hope of getting all that nasty oil out of there. Guys, we'll catch up with you later. Well, everybody, 24 hours into the future, just playing a little catch up here. Not like the condiment, but like the activity, catching up. What do we got here? Filters, oil. I got to put some of this stuff over here. Now, all I need to do today is get the oil back in, get the filters changed, maybe change that O-ring or two that's on this coolant tube, and there we go. I feel good about that. And guys, I was kind of thinking about my little wiring issue here now. I did discover, since this is the other pedestal, not the first pedestal, it's got, I was looking at the switches and stuff that it's got up there, and it's got a push button, it's got a switch, and it's all wired in. It's got two wires that come down to the starter. Hells, guys, I'd be crazy not to just hook them up and see what happens. I mean, why go buy a key switch if I don't really need one? For now, let's get this. A bunch of 1540 dumped in here when it's 38 degrees outside. This should take half the day by itself. Well, I'm up to between add and full. I'm just going to pour the rest of this bucket in. I had half a bucket. That would have given me what? 10 quarts? Just as I suspected. Well, and terrific. Nothing like a good old cartridge filter to, well, make a big dang mess out of everything. I'm surprised these have no drain underneath. I kind of figured they would. I'd have figured wrong, but I figured that they would. Friends, honestly, I feel really good about that. That's not... I expected there to be a lot more sludge and stuff in the bottom of this, and there really isn't. This thing's surprisingly clean. I ain't going to jinx it. Let's put her together. Hey, how about that, guys? It even came off in one piece. I don't believe it. Just stick that back up in its home. Okay. Okay, one down, one to go. Well, friends, I do feel good knowing this probably had an oil change at least in the 80s because it's got a Case IH filter on it, so that's good. She's been well maintained. There, that one even came off of one piece. Probably could have saved it. And don't worry about a little bit of oil on the outside of these guys. This baby's in need of a power wash as it is. There, snugged right up in the groove, just like it's supposed to be. I like it. Oil filter's done. Oil is changed. Now, the last thing I want to do is see if I can sneak this little housing off of here and change the O-rings in this tube. Let's see what we've got here. Got the wrong size wrench, that's one thing. I just got to start wearing my glasses out here to work on tractors, I guess, friends. Sad as that is for me to say. Seems like when I hit about 45, my eyes said, yep. Glad you enjoyed your vision while you had it. So for the last couple of years, I've been just blind as a bat. Now, can I reach this little bugger back here that's hiding out in no man's land? Boy, that's a miserable spot for a bolt. God grief. Come on, Betty. Let's see if we can just... Of course not. Again, let's see if we can just... She got to pull out of this. Of course not. There's a tube holding that in. Come on now. That'll teach me a lesson. Always look for the hidden bolt, guys, because there'll be one. Okay, get you out of the way. Now maybe I can get you out of the way. Any more hidden bolts in there? Nope, that's it. That's all she wrote. That looks like simple O-ring, simple O-ring. Good enough for me, guys. I got to give credit where credit's due. They made a futile attempt to get these to stop leaking. Hey, whatever. If it works, it works for a while. Well, friends, it is what it is here. I got a couple new O-rings on there, a little bit of grease to help them guide their way where they need to be. Let me go ahead and pull this little housing off the rest of the way so I can clean it up so it looks somewhat professional around here. And then, I cleaned up the tube, I might as well clean up the housing. Only makes sense to do it somewhat correctly. Put some clean new bolts in there. The best RTV money can buy. I didn't buy this at all. Somebody gave it to me, so even better. Winning. I'll slide this back one in first because they're both... Ain't neither one of these going to be easy to put in here, guys, but I'll get it. Probably get it. As long as I can get the back one started and almost all the way down. If I can sneak this guy up in here. Well, I still feel like that's probably going to leak all over the place, guys, but hey, whatever. So friends, the last part of this equation is to take these two random wires and hook them up on this guy and see if it works. I unhooked my battery because, guys, she's pretty easy to ground out in this little area of fun. Okay, let's get that guy out of there. We'll put this guy in his place. Okay, let's get rid of that wire. Add this wire. Of course, it won't reach till I come around this side of this line. Okay, well, I guess, guys, let me stick a battery cable on this thing and see what happens. And if you're curious, I did go ahead and put the step on. I got kind of tired of crawling up the back of this turkey every time, so hey, win for me. Now, which one? Ha ha! It works. Let's see if I can roll this over a little bit, get some oil in it. Okay, now I'll give it a puff, see if we can get it fired up. Probably still doesn't have oil, but might take a minute for that to happen today, guys. Let's fire this thing up, see if all the oils are going to stay on the correct side of this machine. Just see what we've got. I'm going to try out my new step, my push button start. Feels like I'm just sitting in the lap of luxury here. Friends, here's some good news. No more drips. Guys, this thing is coming together so well, and so here's one. It shifted into high range for the first time. It's never wanted to go into high range for I don't know what reason. I was going to actually pull the cover off here and see if I had a fork that was, you know, not forking properly. Looks like that problem fixed itself. So, guys, how about that? This thing is, I don't know. I ordered some tires for the front. I did not order new back tires yet. Still kind of holding the phone on that one. But I got some new front tires coming. I got to pick those up today. But guys, I tell you what, this tractor is just coming along perfectly. Guys, with that today, I'm going to bring this video to a close, guys. So, one more lap around the field, high range, just gonna let her rip. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Tell me a sound that's better than this.